Very mild New England Sunday afternoon in mid-December. Welcome back. Before we get things started, let's bring in the third member of our crew downstairs to Jenny Dell.
Well, Ian, December means the temperatures are cooling off. It's a brisk 42 degrees out here, but Tom Brady is heating up. He's a career 46-7 in the month of December, and I spoke with him earlier. He said December is when football is all about. He's proud of the way that his team has stepped up at this point in the season and realizes that this is what matters when they play their best football. Ian and Dan, Patriots, they're happy to be home. They are won 34 straight here at Gillette against AFC opponents.
And Jenny, Tom put it pretty simply. He said it's a championship game. They have a chance to win the division. They take these things very seriously, and they have a chance to knock Miami out of it. New England won the toss, deferred to the second half. Jarvis Landry, the rookie out of LSU, will return the kick of Steven Gostkowski. The NFL on CBS, we're underway from Foxborough. Through the back of the end zone, the Dolphins will have it at the 20-yard line with a 7-6 record. And here comes Ryan Tannehill. One of the areas of improvement has been completion percentage. He is 6th in the NFL at 66.7% in his third year.
And he told us yesterday he knows the first couple of series against the Patriots will be a feeling out process. Important to see how the Patriots will match up in both the base sets and nickel sets, as he's expecting to have more opportunities to go down the field deep.
Miami hasn't been to the playoffs since 2008, lost in the wild card round that year to Baltimore, 27-9. Tannehill, it is a deep ball to open things up. Mike Wallace on the receiving end. Big play to start off. The Dolphins strike. They go against the scouting report with McCourty and Butler back there for New England.
Well, a little double move on Malcolm Butler. And the ball slightly underthrown, or this might have been a touchdown. But a great way to start the game for Tannehill. Something that you haven't been able to do very often this year, a 50-yarder.
So first down in New England territory on a give for Lamar Miller, and he's stacked up, nothing there. He'll pick up a yard on forward progress. Wilfork, first man there. Starting offensive line for Miami, Dallas Thomas had a rough go of it last week in the 28-13 loss to Baltimore on the right side, and there is Wallace getting involved early. Big playability, deep speed. We don't necessarily see it on a week-in and week-out basis the way things have been set up for Miami. A lot of short passes for Tannehill, high percentage, timing routes in the West Coast offense. 2nd and 9. Tannehill, how about this? On a toss to Matthews. Tannehill looking to run, and then quickly a 3-yard pass for Matthews, who's hit by Casillas of New England. Defensively for the Patriots, it is Silver Selinga who is in there, but Chandler Jones is active. Jones available. He's missed the last 6 games with a hip injury. Dante Hightower is back, missed last week's game with a shoulder injury. And Brandon Browner, one of those new additions this year. Browner brings that physical edge to the secondary. He's been everything Bill Belichick hoped he would be. On a 3rd and 6. Pitch it for Miller. Miller cuts it up. And brought down. So a drive that started out with so much promise after the 50-yard long ball. Miami will now settle for a field goal attempt. Devin McCourty in on the stop along with Browner for New England.
Now, the one thing the Dolphins want to do with Lamar Miller, obviously, is get him more touches during the game, averaging just about 12.5 per game. But it's also on the outside, in space, where he's more dangerous than between the tackles. That time, good pursuit by the Patriots down the line.
41-yard attempt for Caleb Sturgis. The punter Fields will hold it, and it's blocked. Ball is rolling, scooped up at the 40. Patriots coming the other way with it. Logan, Kyle Arrington, all the way for New England. 61 yards. Jamie Collins on the block. And what a turn to open things up.
Now for Arrington, 4 career touchdowns now. And a 9-yard fumble return against Cincinnati this season. This second time he's blocked a field goal, brought one back all the way. Collins with the right hand there, 6'3" and very athletic, and a huge play for the Patriots as they flip the scoreboard.
Dolphins complaining that the Patriots players stacked up and climbed over one another for that block. Second block field goal return for a touchdown this season for New England. Extra point. Gostkowski. 62 yards officially. The Patriots manufacture ways to put points on the board. Tom Brady didn't even have to do anything. Jamie Collins continues to produce in a number of different ways for the New England Patriots. In his second year at a Southern Mississippi second-round draft pick, he has been a standout defensively and comes up with a special teams play for special teams coach Scott O'Brien and the Pats. 7-0 lead. Another kickoff from Gostkowski. Landry can't take it back. It's out to the 20. Well, let's take it back. Week 2. Chandler Jones returned a block field goal, 58 yards for the touchdown. New England won the game 30-7 over Minnesota. Week 7 against the Jets, Chris Jones blocked a 58-yard attempt by Nick Folk. That sealed the deal for the Pats, and then tacked this one onto the highlight reel, Dan.
Yeah, just the very first field goal block for Caleb Sturgis just in his second year, but Collins, one of those special gifted athletes, according to defensive coordinator Matt Patricia, very smart and athletic. He showed all of that on that block.
Tannehill on a give for Miller. Zigzags his way for a 3-yard pickup for Miami. 7-0 lead for New England. 12:26 to play in the first. Sealinga in on that stop. There is Joe Philbin. First block field goal return touchdown allowed by Miami since 1991 at the Jets. Long stretch. Santa likes it.
Arrington got a good bounce too, didn't he?
Philbin, a New England native from Springfield, Massachusetts. 2nd and 7. Connection made to Charles Clay. Slips one tackle, but comes up short of a first down. Vince Wilfork on the chase down. It's a 5-yard pickup.
Now this is where the Dolphins have got to improve, is staying on the field, converting third downs. Just 40% on the season. That's going up against the Patriots, who have struggled at times preventing first downs on third down.
First meeting in week 1, Bill Lazor's offense was effective. 33-20 win over New England. Miami had 191 rushing yards. Tannehill on a third down, hooks up underneath. He gets Damian Williams, the rookie out of Oklahoma, involved for a 6-yard pickup and a new set of downs for Miami to work with.
Now the Dolphins are expecting Jarvis Landry to be double-teamed on third down situations. Of his 63 catches this season, 18 have come on third downs.
Miami's actually looking for its 3rd consecutive win over New England. Since 2001, no team has won 3 straight regular season games against the Patriots. It's a running play. Here's the speed of Miller, former track standout at the University of Miami. Ran track for 2 years, indoors 60, outdoors 100 and 200.
And this is the point that the Dolphins want to make today, is get this man out in space where he can use that speed, and then at the end of it, you'd love to see your running back drop his shoulder into a tackler instead of just stepping out of bounds out of harm's way. Big first down for the Dolphins, back-to-back on this drive.
So Miami on the move once again. Line of scrimmage is the 43 of the Dolphins. Motion man is Deion Sims, the second-year tight end. Ground game, and Miller falls forward across the 45, and 2 flags come in. It's a 4-yard pickup.
Yeah, definitely going to be holding against the Dolphins.
Bill Vinovich, veteran official.
Personal foul, face mask, offense number 70, 15-yard penalty, repeat first down.
It's Jawan James, the rookie who's playing at left tackle for the injured Brandon Albert, out for the season, torn ACL.
He's got that left hand on the face mask of Chris Jones, and both officials in the offensive backfield threw their flags on Jawan James. But that's been a problem with Miami, is consistency on offense. Negative plays on first and second down have put them behind the chains too often.
Another problem was protecting the quarterback last week. They allowed 6 sacks to the Baltimore defense, a season high. Miller, nothing there. Miller denied. They'll give him forward progress just across the 30. Patrick Chung leading the charge for New England.
And Tannehill's been sacked 34 times this season. Taking a number of hits. He's a tough guy, former wide receiver at Texas A&M, but
there is Matt Patricia, who does shave that beard when the season ends and then lets it grow.
it's back in a week.
Is that all it took for Patricia?
He's good.
He's gifted. 2nd and 23. Jarvis Landry comes up short of the 40-yard line. 8-yard pickup on the catch and run. Sets up 3rd down. Dante Hightower back in action for New England. Makes the stop.
And the Dolphins facing a zone pass defense there on 2nd and real long. They probably will see the same type of thing as the Patriots come in with extra defensive backs now. Nickel in the secondary.
5 defensive backs. Deron Harmon, second-year safety from Rutgers, is in. This is a 3rd and 15. Tannehill operating out of the gun. Steps, fires, long ball on the way. Incomplete. Hartline, the intended receiver, matched up with Brandon Browner.
I'm not sure that Hartline could see this ball because the sun right in his eyes as he's trying to find it here. He's going to run right by Browner, but because Browner is so tall and so long, he can catch up. And you can see that Hartline had no idea where this ball is as he's stumbling, losing his balance there. The ball was perfectly thrown.
That's the first incomplete pass from Ryan Tannehill. Is 4 of 5. And now Brandon Fields is on. 8th in the NFL in punting average, just under 37 yards per kick. Edelman, the return man. Edelman slowed down and brought down short of the 20-yard line by Don Jones on special teams, a 47-yard punt. We'll see the New England offense for the first time when we come back. December has always been winning time for Tom Brady. 25-2 record at home in December. Over the last 9 games, Brady is putting up eye-popping numbers.
He stressed to us yesterday that the Patriots are obviously very familiar with the defensive scheme of Miami. The key will be to force the issue by being aggressive early, getting off to that fast start in order to ensure the game is played on Brady's terms.
2 tight ends in this formation for Brady. First play from scrimmage for New England at the 8:21 mark of the opening quarter. Patriots have a 7-0 lead on a blocked field goal return for a touchdown. Brady working from the gun. Throws to Julian Edelman. Edelman, big numbers in that 23-14 win in San Diego. Went for 8 catches, 141 yards, and a 69-yard touchdown.
And this looks a lot like that 69-yard touchdown with Edelman breaking tackles. He ducked below Delvin Shepard there, get extra yardage.
15 yards total. New England working quickly as they normally do. Shane Vereen gets the call. And Vereen hit out along the perimeter by Philip Wheeler. Starting offense for New England. Offensive line has gelled, although Nate Solder had some struggles last week against San Diego. Backs and receivers. Brandon LaFell talked about the new additions at the top of the show. LaFell has brought a physical nature to Josh McDaniels' offense. And they just feel like LaFell has the opportunity to break tackles every game and create more yardage after the catch. It is Edelman again, feeding him the football just short of the first down, it appears. Defensively for Miami, Cameron Wake has a lot of experience against this New England offense. Wake with at least 1 sack in 7 of the 11 games he's played. Brady, different look at linebacker. Shepard is in, Trusnick is in, Jenkins and Nisi are out. And in the secondary, the return of Cortland Finnegan. Finnegan has missed the last 4 games with an ankle injury. 3rd and less than a yard for the Pats. They give it to Edelman, and he rushes for the first down. Hit at midfield. It's a 6-yard pickup. for the Patriots.
I think the Dolphins were expecting a quarterback sneak, but the quick handoff to Edelman on the fly sweep as he cuts it up smartly as he saw that first opening in the Dolphin defense and got the first down.
So the offense has been all Edelman so far. 2 catches and a rush for Edelman. New England is on the move at midfield. Brady to Edelman. Julian Edelman for 12 and a first down. Philip Wheeler there to bring him down.
Well, with Koamisi out and Jelani Jenkins out and Louis Delmas out, that's the middle of the Dolphin defense, and that's where Brady is attacking, using Edelman over the middle.
Delmas out with a torn ACL right knee placed on injured reserve. Brady knocked up in the air, and it's intercepted. Jason Trusnick doing it all himself. New England turns it over.
And he should be happy. That's his first career interception in his 8th year, and a huge play for the Dolphins to turn away the future Hall of Famer Tom Brady.
Saw the interception for Trusnick getting the start. Trusnick, known as a special teams ace, but the depth being tested at linebacker because of injuries to Jenkins and Misi. Third fewest turnovers in the NFL this season. New England has 12 of them. Just the 8th interception of the season for Brady. This play never happens. A flag comes down.
51. Ball start. Offense number 51. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
It's Mike Pouncey at that right guard position called on the false start.
Well, and their last drive started with a face mask penalty against Jawan James, so they start this drive backing up. And that's something that's just happened way too often for the Dolphin offense this year.
$7-0 lead for New England. First and 15 for Miami after the turnover at its own 29. Tannehill straight back. Tannehill throws. High throw is handled by Charles Clay. Out to midfield for 22.
Let's go back and look at the interception. Watch Trusnick look out first to the wide receiver and then get his eyes back to Brady. At 6'4", watch him go up in the air, knock the ball, track it down, go up and get it. Huge turnover.
Meanwhile, Miami's Ryan Tannehill is 5 of 6 for 90 yards, and they are in New England territory. From the pistol, Daniel Thomas gets the call, and Thomas keeps the legs churning out across the 45. He brings Jamie Collins over there. It's a 5-yard pickup.
Good power running there by Daniel Thomas, running through the tackle of Rob Ninkovich. About Charles Clay. If Charles Clay is healthy, he's been battling hamstring and knee problems all season long. Daniel Thomas kind of limps off the field, but Clay is so important in this Miami attack.
It has allowed Deion Sims to see more action and more of a role in the passing game. Miller, spin move by Miller, and he's brought down short of the 35. He made Collins miss on a 7-yard carry.
Now watch Shelley Smith get out in front here to lead the way for Lamar Smith. Again, it's an outside run. Lamar Miller here with the spin move gets away from Collins, which is not an easy thing to do.
Damian Williams is now in the backfield for Miami. 6 carries, 26 yards for Miller. Under 4 minutes to play in the opening quarter. Fake the handoff. Tannehill out of the pocket. Tannehill looks downfield and throws it away. Penalty flag is down at the 32-yard line. Vince Wilfork put the pressure on Tannehill.
There's going to be holding called here against the Patriots on the other side of the field. Dolphins had a bubble screen set up to the near side. Tannehill forced out of the
Holding.
pocket to the other side of the field.
Defense number 91. 5-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
And it is Jamie Collins who's coming off a huge game. 2 sacks, 9 tackles in the win over the Chargers.
Yeah, you can see clearly that Collins is going to bring down Brandon Gibson. But again, the opposite side of the field from where Tannehill was taking the ball.
14 straight winning seasons for Bill Belichick and the New England Patriots. It's a 1st and 10 for Miami. Tannehill has the time. He hits Clay underneath. Brought down at the 25, 7-yard pickup, hit by Patrick Chung on the play.
That's 3 catches now in the first quarter for Charles Clay.
That tops all of last weekend. 2 catches for 41 yards in the loss to Baltimore.
Yeah, the Patriots paying a lot of attention to Mike Wallace after that opening bomb of 50 yards. And also Hartline, who the Dolphins tried to get deep on the last series.
We've talked about New England in the month of December. Since Philbin took over, Miami is 6-6 in December games. Tannehill will keep it. Ryan Tannehill shows off that speed that made him a terrific wide receiver before he made the move to quarterback at Texas A&M, 5-yard gain.
Well, this is who he's reading. Watch the reaction here of Chris Jones after the fake to Damian Williams here. He goes down, and then Hightower, still looking in the backfield, is late to get all the way back.
1st and goal for Miami. From the 10. Motion man is Landry. Running play, Miller. Picks up a yard. Silver Sealinga makes the play.
You know, that read option could be a big play today for Tannehill and the Dolphin offense, because the Patriots play so much man-to-man, and you can see that the Patriots that time had Hightower waiting for Tannehill, but he just took his eyes off Tannehill too long, and that gave him the corner.
Most yards in the first quarter this season for Miami, 147, yet they trail 7-0. We're under 2 minutes to play in the first. They go empty underneath. Damian Williams trying to create after the catch. Slammed down short of the 5. Once again, it's Sealinga. Patrick Chung collaborating. 3-yard pickup.
This is where the Dolphins could really use a taller receiver in the red zone here, thinking about throwing a fade route or something. They don't have that big physical wide receiver or tight end that gives you the mismatch on the outside.
8th play of the drive, 3rd and goal for Miami. Dolphins looking for the equalizer. Tannehill from the gun. Tannehill fires, end zone, broken up. Charles Clay, the intended target. Devin McCourty there defensively for New England.
You can't play it any better than McCourty does here. He knows that Clay is going to the corner because Clay did not make any move to freeze McCourty. So with his line drive pass, it hits McCourty right in the back of the shoulder pads.
Short field goal attempt for Sturgis, but we know what happened the last time Miami tried a field goal. First time in Patriots history they have 2 blocked field goals returned for touchdowns in the same season. This one gets through. Miami is on the board. 7-3, New England leads at late stages, first quarter in Foxborough. Aerial coverage of today's game is brought to you by MetLife. Beautiful day here in New England. All we want for Christmas is Gronk and his kittens. Not sure. Did you see that photo, Dan?
Who hasn't?
Yeah, I guess it's been plastered everywhere, hasn't it? Caleb Sturgis will kick it off after the 9-play, 60-yard drive, 24-yard field goal by Sturgis. Danny Amendola is the deep man, averaging just under 27 yards per return. And he will not take this one out. New England takes the knee. Patriots will have it at the 20. They've got a 7-3 lead on Miami. Under a minute to play, first quarter, 7-3 lead for New England. Patriots have it, 1st and 10 at their own 20. 2 tight ends in this formation. Blunt gets the carry up the middle, and he's gang tackled after the gain of 2.5 on the play.
And this time of year is when LeGarrette Blount is most effective. He's so big, and defensive players are worn down at this time of year. Guys just don't know how to tackle him or don't want to tackle him sometimes.
From the gun, Brady knocked down. Jared Odrick there defensively for Miami, and it sets up third down.
A little bit uneasy for this Patriot offense here in the first quarter, being outgained by the Dolphins by over 100 yards. So this another athletic move here. First it was Trusnick, and now Odrick at 6'5", thwarts Brady.
Brady actually had 56 passes in the first meeting in the regular season opener. Nickel package here for Miami. Brady off his back foot, in stride. Shane Vereen out of bounds. New England's got a first down after the 12-yard pickup. 27 seconds left, first quarter.
Well, Vereen, 48 catches on the season now, and whenever Brady can find him isolated on a linebacker, as he did that time, just no contest, so good out of the backfield.
They lost Stephen Ridley earlier this season, torn ACL and MCL right knee. Vereen picks up a yard. Philip Wheeler greets him for Miami. That'll be the final play of this first quarter. New England 7, Miami 3. We'll return to Foxborough after these messages. You're watching the NFL on CBS. Patriots outgained in that first quarter, 150-57. 4 of the 10 plays for New England has been for 10-plus yards. 2nd and 9 to open up the second quarter. Ryan Tannehill, Dan Fouts, Jenny Dell, the rest of our CBS crew, producer Mark Wolf, director Bob Fishman and company. Set it up for LaFell. And LaFell hit from behind. 8-yard pickup brought down by Earl Mitchell. Well, Tom Brady, best record in December, starting quarterbacks, minimum of 25 starts. There's Brady, there's Darryl LaMonica, and Roger Staubach.
3 of my favorites.
Really? In that order?
Well, I love the Mad Bomber.
I want to force you into a ranking here, Dan.
And I love Roger Staubach, and I like Tom Brady a lot, too.
You're kind of fickle, aren't you? 3rd and 1, LeGarrette Blount. He's got enough for the first down. JB and Tony Gonzalez, NFL Today update. Let's go to New York.
Ian, this will hurt Tony to read this highlight. Yeah, it does, guys. But here Matt Ryan drops back here, gets picked off by William Gay. He's going to do the rest. He's going to take it back 52 yards with some nifty moves right there for the touchdown. Remember, Julio Jones is not active this game, showing up right there. Pittsburgh up 13-0 in the second quarter.
Ian Eagle, Dan Fouts, and Jenny Dell.
All right, guys, thanks very much. Pittsburgh secondary has had some problems. Cincinnati last week, but Pittsburgh able to recover and get a huge win in the AFC North. Flag down.
Ball start. Offense number 62. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
That's right guard Ryan Wendell. The Patriots going with an extra offensive lineman on that play, moving Nate Solder out to tight end. He will come off the field now as the Patriots go to more of a conventional lineup.
Yeah, it's a 1st and 15 for New England. Brian Tibbs is in there. Middle used wide receiver, second year out of Florida A&M. Brady play action, steps up, throws. It's complete for a modest gain. He hits LeGarrette Blount for 2 as we send it down to the field, and Jenny Dell.
Well, and Coach Belichick and the staff decided to fly directly from Green Bay to San Diego after Week 13. And Vince Wilfork said it was the perfect time to do that after a tough loss against Green Bay. This team was able to really bond. They hung out, they talked football, they had a great week of practice, which showed in last week's game. Now, we asked Tom Brady about that week as well. He said a good group of guys went down to the beach. Where was he? He was watching film back at the hotel.
Yeah, no beach for Tom Brady. And no completion for Brady either on that play, looking for Julian Edelman. But he did say team got to share a lot of meals together. There were tape sessions, and most importantly, he said amidst all that great storylines, they won the game.
Well, is there ever a bad time to go to San Diego?
No.
Okay.
No, paradise.
It was a good idea, and it paid off. They played very well against a determined Charger team.
3rd and 13. Rob Gronkowski has not been involved so far for New England. On 3rd and long, Brady out over the middle and hooks up with Amendola, but it is not enough for a first down. Gronkowski last week, 8 catches, 87 yards and a touchdown. And New England is going to keep the offense on the field, much to the delight of these Patriot fans.
A lot of options for Brady, especially with LeGarrette Blount. in the backfield, but they're going to go over to the sidelines as Belichick changes his mind a little bit farther than he thought when he first sent the offense back on the field, maybe.
How do you feel if you're Ryan Allen? You're the punter, and you got to come out to a chorus of boos because the fans wanted the offense to stay out there. Ryan Allen is the AFC Special Teams Player of the Week. Punting to Landry, fair catch called for at the 10. That's where Miami will take over after the 37-yard punt from New England. Early stages, second quarter in Foxborough. Patriots have the lead, 7-3 against division rival Miami. Ryan Tannehill is 7 of 9, 101 yards. Miller has gained 26 on the ground. Miami's got 150 yards of offense, but only 3 points. Blocked field goal attempt, returned for a touchdown. That's how New England got on the board. 1st and 10 for Miami at its own 10-yard line. Haven't won in New England since 2008. Tannehill offline and a flag. Hartline in a matchup with Brandon Browner.
Pass interference. Defense number 39. Spot foul. Automatic first down.
Now watch Browner grab Hartline's arm here. Right there, that will draw the flag. And Revis playing on the other side, matched up against Mike Wallace. Browner's used to having a great corner on the other side of the formation. Last year was Richard Sherman with the Seahawks for him.
8th pass interference this season for New England. Lamar Miller is spun down by Hightower. Picks up 2 yards as we send it to New York. JB, Tony Gonzalez.
Cincinnati getting it done.
Yeah, you can see Andy Dolphin's going to hand it off to Jeremy Hill here. He's going to do the rest. Takes it 16 yards for his 2nd touchdown of the day. Cincinnati up 17-0. Side note, Johnny Manziel is 1 for 2 for 4 yards.
Rough start so far. Ian and Dan.
Guys, it is impossible to forecast what you're going to get out of Cincinnati on a week-in and week-out basis. Sometimes they look like world beaters. 2nd and 8. Up the middle for Miller. Lamar Miller with a rip to the 30-yard line. Mike Pouncey blocking up front with Deion Sims to spring Miller loose for 13.
Now this is a great first half for Lamar Miller. 9 carries now for 41 yards, and look at the size of that hole on the draw play. 13 yards for Miller that time.
11 minutes to play in the first half. New England with a 7-3 advantage over Miami. Fake the handoff. Tannehill throws, complete to Clay. Another first down for the Dolphins, moving the ball well once again. That one covers 18 yards on the pass play.
Yeah, there's just 1 catch for Mike Wallace, no catches for Brian Hartline, 1 for Landry, but Clay has been the big difference maker for the Dolphins in the first half. 4 catches now for 52 yards as he's working against McCourty that time.
Told you that Miami hasn't won here since 08. They've been outscored 147 to 65 in those 5 games played here in Foxborough. Miller stuffed. Vince Wilfork, all 300-plus pounds of him. It's a gain of only 1 on the play.
He is remarkable. A man with such girth to have that ability, agility, and desire. Look as he squares up on Miller, and Miller cowers.
He's a space eater.
That's not all he's eaten.
2nd and 9 for the Dolphins. They are at midfield. Motion and movement.
Dallas Thomas.
Ball start. Offense number 63. 5-yard penalty. Still 2nd down.
It's 3 penalties against the offense. Face mask and 2 false starts. Just when it seems like the Dolphins got something going, they have a negative play on a 1st or 2nd down.
Joe Philbin Went to prep school for a year at Worcester Academy, so knows this area well. Played tight end there. Kirk Ferentz, head coach at Iowa, was his assistant coach and English teacher. Daniel Thomas, no gain on the play. Chandler Jones makes the stop for New England.
Great job by Chandler Jones here as he's working against Mike Pouncey. Watch him fight Pouncey off, get his shoulder underneath the block of Pouncey, and then make the tackle right at the line of scrimmage.
And Chandler Jones is like a new addition because he's missed the last 6 games in New England, had to get by without him, acquiring Akeem Ayers, who has come in and has been a difference maker. 3rd and 14. Tannehill picked off. It's intercepted by Harmon. Duron Harmon into Miami territory and still going. Harmon works the sideline, pushed out of bounds. 60-yard return.
Overthrown pass by Tannehill, trying to get it to number 10, Gibson. And you can see it goes right off his fingertips. And playing center field is Harmon. And how about this return as he breaks tackles, keeps his balance, picks up the convoy down the sideline, and Satelli is there to block, knock him out of bounds inside the 10 after a 60-yard return.
Harmon's first pick of the season, and he nearly took it all the way. First and goal for the Patriots. They've got a 7-3 lead against Miami, 8:41 remaining in this second quarter.
And the big plays have come on special teams and defense for the Patriots. Part of the Patriots' way, all 3 phases of the game.
It is a +10 turnover differential for New England, tied for 3rd in the NFL. Extra offensive lineman on first down. Handoff. Blunt. Keeps on rolling. 5-yard pickup for Blunt.
Brandon Gibson is 6 foot tall, and the pressure forces this high throw from Tannehill. You can see it goes right off his fingertips. And a great job by Harmon to just track that ball. How about that return?
See if New England tries to get Gronkowski involved here. 2nd and goal for the Patriots. Chance to add to their lead. Too low, LaFell. They wanted LaFell on a quick hitter, catch and run.
Now, Brady told us that LaFell breaks a lot of tackles. He's a big receiver. That ball just thrown poorly by Tom Brady. 6'3", 210. In fact, it appears meeting with LaFell last night, it's a lot taller than 6'3".
Agreed. Now in his 5th year in the NFL, came over from Carolina after signing a 3-year, $9 million deal. 34 red zone touchdowns this season. That leads the NFL. 3rd and goal for New England.
Night fighter, Alpha, go!
Brady on a give. Vereen hits the hole, and he's in. Touchdown, Patriots.
Now the Dolphins were so concerned with Rob Gronkowski, they had 2 men out wide trying to prevent any pass to Gronkowski. That took the linebacker away from the line of scrimmage, exactly where Vereen is going to run this ball into the end zone. You can see coming in late there's Rashad Jones. All because Gronkowski drew double coverage way out wide. That opened up the hole for the easy score.
So New England takes advantage of the turnover. They make it stick with a touchdown. Extra point from Gostkowski. And the Patriots in front, 14-3 over Miami. Tannehill picked off by Harmon, and it leads to a flying Vereen touchdown. Patriots 14-3. Better than 68,000 on hand here in Foxborough. New England rushing touchdowns this season. First 9 games, just 3. Over the last 5, 8 touchdowns. Remember last year, Blunt really emerged late in the season into the playoffs as well. Gostkowski will kick it off to Jarvis Landry. Shorter kick. Landry scoops. Landry hit from behind as he crosses the 25-yard line.
Let's check out the touchdown run for Vereen. Here's Gronkowski. Here's Deion Jordan. And there's Rashad Jones. Watch as the handoff is made. Watch Rashad Jones come in late here. So concerned with Gronkowski as a potential target, they're willing to take that away, but give up the easy touchdown run by Vereen.
Now this is where numbers could be misleading. Miami has nearly 100 more yards in this first half than New England, yet they trail 14-3. It's Wallace trying to turn the corner and hit by Jamie Collins. Versatile, athletic, 6'3", 250-pounder Collins limits Wallace to a 1-yard pickup.
Now he had help on the outside too by Chandler Jones. Having those two athletic players on one side of the defense, very difficult to get to the sidelines, even with the great speed of Mike Wallace.
Miami has not tested Darrelle Revis yet. They've looked more in the direction of Brandon Browner in the passing game. 2nd and 9. Tannehill throws over there towards Arrington, and it's Wallace who is twirled down. 6-yard pickup will hit the 7-minute mark of the second quarter.
You get the feeling that Bill Lazor, offensive coordinator, wants to get Wallace more involved in the game plan, giving him a running play on first down, and then coming to him on second down, and setting up a third down situation where Lazor has a lot of options, including the option with Ryan Tannehill.
3rd and 3 for Miami, just 1 of 5 on third down conversion so far in this first half. Working from the gun, Tannehill, deep drop. Tannehill out of the pocket, throwing, it's complete. Jarvis Landry, 5-yard pickup.
Yeah, just a great job by Landry by staying with this play. It's a short crossing route. Revis has great coverage. Tannehill buys extra time, and look at how the rookie fights back to the middle of the field, absorbs that big hit from Chandler Jones, and hangs on.
Injured Patriot, it's Kyle Arrington.
And he's grabbing his hamstring, and the training staff out there, he might have loosened that hamstring up on that blocked field goal return.
So working on that right leg, Kyle Arrington has been an important member of this Patriots team since signing as a free agent in 2009. We'll step aside with 6:15 to go, first half. Robert Kraft bought this team in 1994. They've become one of the most successful franchises in sports. There's team president Jonathan Kraft and CBS president and CEO Les Moonves taking the action in mid-December Sunday in Foxborough. 14-3, Patriots leading the Dolphins. 6 minutes to play, second quarter. Tannehill under some pressure. Rainbow out of bounds. Jarvis Landry defended by Browner. Penalty marker thrown at the 37-yard line.
This might be illegal contact on Browner. Yep, that left arm right there will draw the flag every time.
Pass interference. Defense number 39. Spot foul. Automatic first down.
Now last week, Browner knocked Lardarius Green of the Chargers unconscious. No fine. NFL looked at it, determined there would be no fine. 25-yard penalty sets Miami up with a 1st and 10 at the New England 36.
And because the ball was in the air, it was deemed to be pass interference and not illegal contact.
Lamar Miller dances his way to the 29-yard line. Derek College on that left side, leading the blocking for a 7-yard pickup.
Yeah, really good job by College and Jawan James. They allowed Miller to just take his time. Be patient, let the blocking develop. Good gain on first down.
We'll get your word on Kyle Arrington as soon as we get it. 2nd and 3 here for Miami. It's a toss to Miller, devoured by Dante Hightower.
Watch Hightower. He's just going to shoot the gap here. Nobody's going to block number 54. You can see his speed, and to get him back in the lineup for Bill Belichick and Matt Patricia. 5-yard loss that time on a 2nd down and medium.
Kyle Arrington up on his feet on the New England sideline. This is a 3rd and 9 for Miami. Tannehill throws, little separation, deep ball, dropped! Damian Williams had a touchdown in his hands.
Yeah, just a beautiful throw. Jamie Collins takes the bite on the hook and go. Ball perfectly thrown by Tannehill. Nobody more disappointed than Damian Williams. Tannehill saw the linebacker Collins out wide on his running back, got pass protection, but no payoff.
53-yard field goal attempt for Caleb Sturgis. Trying to cut it to the New England lead. Sturgis gets it off cleanly and connects. Made it look easy from 53 yards away, just short of his career long. 14-6, New England. Hey, NFL fans, order your holiday gifts from NFLshop.com today. Save 20% and get free shipping on orders over $50 at the official store of the NFL. 7 plays, 38 yards. Sturgis converts from 53 yards away. And the Patriots now lead the Dolphins 14-6. Sturgis will kick it off to Danny Amendola of New England. 4:26 to play in this first half. Remember, New England will have the football to start out the second half, so a long drive here. You can control this game for a long stretch. Amendola's going to take it out. Amendola stumbles across the 15. Brought down by Trusnick. No missed opportunities. There have been plenty of them this season. Week 13 at the Jets. Mike Wallace drops what would have been a third-quarter touchdown last week against Baltimore. Wallace wide open in the end zone. Tannehill overthrew him. And on this one, Damian Williams mishandles it.
The pass protection has been pretty good for Tannehill in this first half. And that time he bought just enough time to allow Williams to get down the field behind Collins. But disappointing finish to that play.
Tom Brady in the first half, 7 of 11, 70 yards and a pick. He's got the time, knocked down again. That's 3 today.
That's big Earl Mitchell.
Earl Mitchell, a former fullback in his first 2 years in college at Arizona.
And Dan Conley did a good job blocking him. In fact, Earl Mitchell's nowhere near Tom Brady, but showing his athletic ability. Both hands high in the air.
Mitchell played with Rob Gronkowski at Arizona. We asked him about it. He said, yeah, he's got the enthusiasm of a 12-year-old kid, and it hasn't changed.
There's a lot of descriptions for Gronkowski, aren't there?
Yes, there are. 2nd and 10. Blunt. 2-yard pickup.
Did Brady call him a frat boy?
Called him a frat boy in a positive way. And he also said, you know, with Brady and Gronkowski's relationship, he said, he's in a different world. You have to go to that world with him at times.
And you proceed with caution in that world. Gronkowski without a catcher in the first half.
3rd and 8. It's a hamstring injury for Arrington. His return is questionable for New England on defense. Right now the focus is on a 3rd and 8, trying to keep this drive alive. Brady from the gun. He hits LaFell, and he's got a first down. Brandon LaFell, LSU, all of these LSU wide receivers. He was 6th on the depth chart when he got to LSU. Everybody in front of him was NFL caliber, and he finally got his opportunity and made the most of it.
And they do a great job of getting together in the offseason, carrying on the tradition of the LSU wide receivers, much in the same vein as the University of Miami does with their great program.
And they're second to Miami for most receivers in the NFL on current rosters. Blunt is met by Kelvin Shepard for no gain on the play. We're under 3 minutes to play in this second quarter. Well, big storyline coming in. Miami's depth tested at linebacker, and so far so good. No Jelani Jenkins, no Koamisi. Trusnick and Shepard have done their jobs respectively.
Yeah, Trusnick with an interception in the first quarter.
Shepard is playing that Mike linebacker spot. Trusnick on the weak side, and Philip Wheeler is the Sam. 2nd and 10. Brady in trouble. Throws, pumped up in the air, almost picked off. Sliding attempt by Jordan. Julian Edelman, the intended target. Tight coverage from Cortland Finnegan.
Well, back in game 1, which was an eon ago, Ian, Brady got sacked.
Offense number 62. Penalties decline. Result of the play. 3rd down.
I'm sorry, did you just call me Eon?
No, I said it was an eon ago.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah, but getting back to the subject matter, Brady was sacked 4 times, and the Dolphins are doing a good job today getting after him and causing his timing to be thrown off just a bit.
They just declined the penalty. Would have been 2nd and 20. Instead, it's 3rd and 10 with 2:25 remaining in this first half. Patriots have a 14-6 lead on Miami. From the gun, Brady. Looking downfield, Brady dials it up. Deep ball, Gronk. Incomplete. Cortland Finnegan back there defensively. Physically, I'm not sure you're going to find 2 different players.
But how about the speed of Gronkowski? Get behind Finnegan. Ball just slightly underthrown, though. Finnegan with catch-up speed. Watch the eyes here, both players as they track the ball. Lucky for the Patriots that ball wasn't picked off.
Turned out to be the right decision for Miami, declining the penalty, forcing New England into a 3rd and 10 as opposed to a 2nd and 20. Now the Patriots punting. Ryan Allen to Jarvis Landry. Landry backpedals, can't field it, continues to roll. He may have circled out of bounds on his attempt and got back after the 60-yard punt from Allen.
Yeah, watch, after he misses the ball here, he's going to go out of bounds and then come back into play, and the ball is whistled dead at that point.
So Miami will have it with just over 2 minutes to play in this first half.
You know, getting back to that decision to refuse that penalty, Dolphins can get pass rush pressure on Brady with 3 men as they did that time. They're better off with just 3 or 4, especially with Olivier Vernon and Wake coming off the edge.
Running play to Miller. Miller slicing through the New England defense. And he carries it to the 20-yard line. 8-yard pickup, 2 minutes to play in the first half. Patriots 14, Dolphins 6. Back to Gillette Stadium after this. Darrelle Revis and the New England Patriots defense facing a 2nd and 2 here for Miami from the 20. Fake the handoff, Tannehill. It's slapped down. Let's just go back to the punt return with Jarvis Landry as he circled out of bounds. What happens here?
Well, he goes out of bounds, but he's got to come back in and establish himself. There he's out of bounds, but he catches the ball without getting his feet down inbound. So once he takes possession of the ball, the whistle blows and the play is over at that point.
So a 3rd and 2 now for Miami. We've got 1:56 to play in this first half. Pivotal play for the Dolphins. Toss it to Thomas. Daniel Thomas with a first down is ruled out of bounds just short of the 30-yard line. That's a 10-yard pickup.
Really a well-designed and executed 3rd down play here. You've got the size of Daniel Thomas running at full speed, a perfect pass to lead him away from Ninkovich, and then out of bounds. So it all worked perfectly on that 3rd down for Miami.
Miami has all 3 timeouts to work with. They have 215 total yards in the first half. Tannehill slings it to the outside. Sliding grab made 11-yard pickup on the play. Brandon Gibson. Make that Matthews.
Yeah, what a perfect throw. Down and away from the coverage of Butler.
So it's a first down out across the 40. Tannehill in stride. Jarvis Landry hit by Revis. We asked Revis about Landry. He said he's arrived. They put him everywhere on the field, and he's getting the ball fed to him a lot for a rookie.
This is twice now that Landry's caught a ball on Revis.
So first and 10, just short of the 45, 14-6 lead for New England, under a minute to go. Long ball, and it's too far for Matthews.
Too far and out of bounds. Matthews kind of hesitated at the top of that route, but I don't think he could have made the catch even if he was running full speed. Watch him right about here, slow up, and then he sees the ball, and then he starts to take off again. Ball lands out of bounds.
Tannehill is now 13 of 19, 165 yards, and a pick. Is intercepted by Duron Harmon, who nearly took it back all the way for the touchdown. Patriots eventually got the touchdown to Vereen. Second and 10. Oh, Ninkovich got his hand on it. It's incomplete.
Well, Ninkovich is such a versatile player. He's got 7 sacks on the year and an interception. Almost had his second pick. But dropping back into coverage. So close.
This is a 3rd and 10 for the Dolphins. Tannehill, out route. Mike Wallace extending out. And it's incomplete.
Well, he had the coverage he wanted, man-to-man, against Butler. It appeared the ball just kind of led Wallace out of bounds. He could get one foot down, but couldn't drag his left foot.
And that means Tom Brady will have some time to maneuver. 47 seconds left.
And those 3 timeouts on him.
Brandon Fields on to punt it. Julian Edelman is standing at his own 7-yard line waiting for it. High punt from Fields. Edelman ranges over. Fair catch. Right around the 15 after the 32-yard punt. 40 seconds left to play in the second quarter. 40 seconds to play in the second quarter. 14-6. New England leading Miami. Dolphins have been able to hang around thanks to their defense, limiting New England to 101 yards in the first half. Patriots have all 3 timeouts left. First and 10 from the 15. Nothing there. Shane Vereen held to no gain on the play. Philip Wheeler with a stick and a timeout taken. Miami uses one of its 3 remaining timeouts.
Yeah, that's a smart play by Joel Philbin to call that timeout after stuffing Vereen on first down.
Verizon Halftime Report is coming up. JB and the rest of the gang. NFL scores and highlights around Week 15. And a preview. Thursday night doubleheader this Saturday on CBS and the NFL Network. Coming up, Verizon Halftime Report.
And by using that timeout, it forces the issue now for the Patriots. That could backfire with a great quarterback like Brady, though.
Second down for New England. Motion man is Amendola. Keep it on the ground for Vereen. Picks up 2 yards. Timeout is taken. Cameron Wake with a tackle. Gronkowski still looking for his first catch. 30 seconds left. Rob Gronkowski entered action with 73 catches, 997 yards, and 10 touchdowns. He will go catchless in the first half here as Vereen is tackled on the outside. And Miami has used its final timeout. Joe Philbin urging his team on with 25 seconds left.
Yeah, good use of the timeouts by Philbin. Dolphins should get pretty good field position. At least get Caleb Sturgis within range. He hit a 53-yarder here in the second quarter. His career long, 54.
So Patriots go very conservative with 3 straight running plays here in the final moments of the second quarter.
And the wind will be at the back of Sturgis and in the face of this punt by Ryan Allen.
Allen comes in averaging 46 yards per kick. 2-time Ray Guy Award winner back in his college days at Louisiana Tech. Jarvis Landry is standing at the 33 of Miami. High kick. Landry moves forward from the 36. Landry makes his move into New England territory. Landry down the sideline. Out of bounds with 11 seconds left. Nate Ebner on special teams. But a 32-yard return setting up Miami nicely in the final seconds of the first half.
Great job of making the first man miss and then reversing his field. Breaking a tackle there of Aiken and then setting up the Dolphins in great shape. Now you go back to them using those those timeouts for a possible field goal by Caleb Sturgis,
right
or
now,
even more.
They're looking at a 50-yard attempt, Dan.
And again, the wind in this stadium always comes out of that open end from left to right, and that's the direction the Dolphins are headed.
Tannehill with 11 seconds left, no timeouts remaining. Working from the gun. Rush is coming. Tannehill takes a shot downfield. Oh! Mike Wallace! It's ruled incomplete. He was out of bounds.
A spectacular one-handed catch by Mike Wallace. Gets behind the coverage here. Look at that left hand go up. Was his right foot out of bounds when he gained control of the ball, or was his knee down first? Well, I think that's a touchdown.
Now remember, you can't challenge here in the last 2 minutes. Not that Miami could anyway. They're out of timeouts.
That's a touchdown.
All plays are reviewed upstairs.
And that one should be reviewed.
Previous play is under review.
It is. Tremendous effort by Wallace. As Butler's got good coverage, the left hand goes up, brings it back to his body, controls it as his left knee hits the ground. That's a touchdown.
32-yard catch if they reverse it for a touchdown. And what a sequence this would be for Miami. Landry with his longest punt return of the season. And Miami got one shot downfield.
The big question is possession. He stopped the ball with his left hand, brings the ball back to his body. I wonder what Mike Carey has to say about this.
All right,
one.
let's
Mike?
check in with Mike in New York. What do you see, Mike?
Yeah, Dan, if I was ruling on this one, I would reverse this to a touchdown. Also, you are right on point. He gets control of the ball, hits the ground. He's going to the ground, so he must maintain control, complete control, which he does. The ball moves a little bit, but not enough to show loss of control. That should be a touchdown.
Well, we're going to find out in moments, Mike, if Bill Vinovich agrees with you.
Yeah, the Dolphin players watching the replay on the big screen here. All 53 of them just threw their hands up in the air in the touchdown signal.
Yeah, they have shown the replay now 3 or 4 times, and you don't necessarily hear a reaction from this New England crowd. I think they know what's coming.
Yeah, they're pretty quiet, aren't they?
This is an immense call.
And great usage of the timeouts. Of course, it gets paid off by the 32-yard punt return by the rookie, Jarvis Landry. And then, with very little time, Tannehill goes for the bomb to Wallace, gets behind Butler for the second time today. Remember, the first play of the game was the 50-yard bomb. Wallace over Butler.
So Bill Vinovich ready to rule.
After reviewing the play, the call on the field is reversed. It's a touchdown. The receiver had possession of the ball, 2 feet down inbounds.
That's a big-time highlight for Mike Wallace at such a critical moment.
Well, there's so much talk about the Dolphins' inability to throw the long ball. They've been willing to do it today, and finally it pays off big time.
So Miami cuts the New England lead to 2. Extra point here from Sturgis. Way too early to even think about going for 2. Unnecessary. Just keep playing the game the way that you would. And now it's a 1-point lead for New England. 5 seconds left. Mike Wallace, his 8th touchdown of the season.
And for Ryan Tannehill, 22 touchdown passes. The effort to stop the ball with his left hand, track it, and pull it into his body.
Tannehill had touchdown all the way.
Yeah, as he's crawling off the turf, getting to his feet. And then he saw the officials calling it incomplete, and now he's a happy dude.
First passing touchdown of 21 plus yards this season. That's amazing to get to week 15 and not have a passing touchdown more than 21 yards.
You know, in our meeting yesterday, the first thing I asked him, I said, why can't you throw the long ball? What's wrong with you? You're a big, strong guy. And he looked puzzled at first and realized I was poking a little fun at him. And, you know, he was motivated to get that done.
Was that quarterback humor that you had with Ryan?
Yeah, it's kind of a dark humor, you know.
Yeah.
But it's very effective, as you can see on that play.
Well, and clearly. Ryan Tannehill getting Miami into the end zone before the end of the first half. Nearly fumbled by LaFell. 3 seconds left.
Well, and that would have given the Dolphins field goal range for Sturgis if they were able to recover that muff.
So New England limited to 103 yards of offense. Miami has 271. The Patriots have won 34 straight home games against AFC teams, and LaFell is limping off. Their last loss at home against a conference opponent, November of 2006 to the Jets, 17-14. And LaFell is in some pain. New England will receive the kickoff to start the second half, but the lead has shrunk to 1 for the Patriots. End of the first half from Foxborough. New England 14, Miami 13. When we come back, Verizon Halftime Report. That's after this message and a word from your local station. This is the NFL on CBS.